Yo, what's good? It's Tro. And honestly, it took me a little minute to make this video. It took me a little minute to make it happen, but I did it for y'all. I did it for y'all. So basically, I got something different from my usual content because I know y'all used to me posting like Call of Duty and shit, right? But today we got a special video that I'm gonna start making this shit more. But we got what if Naruto was an Uchiha the movie? Um, Bear with me because I'm kind of really just freeballing. Not gonna lie. But along the way, y'all see like the plot start to develop and shit like that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this shit. Roll the
覚えておけ。パンダだって泣くんだ。誰が何と言おうと、猿どもは嫌いだ。虎杖君、あとは頼みます。
虎杖、みんなに伝えて。悪くなかった。
起きろブラザー。俺たちの戦いはこれからだ。
intro. Okay, so basically, this starts off like at Naruto's birth, where Naruto is basically being born, and just as the Nine Tails gets out, and so as the Nine Tails gets out and tries to attack and shit, instead of Minato being like fucking in damn Namikaze and shit like that, he's gonna be an Uchiha, right? And so that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just make him an Uchiha, and instead of him being called the Yellow Flash of the Leaf, he's gonna be called the Black Flash of the Leaf. And so yeah, that's basically how this is gonna go. So Naruto's basically gonna be part Uchiha and part Uzumaki. So he'll still have like the chakra reserves and shit from Kushina, and he'll inherit like the Uchiha parts from Minato. And so that'll be that. Okay, so let's time skip the like a little bit forward in like 6 years, right? And so Naruto is now going to the academy regularly, and he can't even live in the Uchiha compound because of what happened during the Uchiha massacre. So, but that's a very, very important part that I'm gonna reveal soon. Soon. So basically, Naruto walks into the academy on his first day, and he sees this boy named Sasuke Uchiha. Now, Naruto and Sasuke have grown up together and have been good friends ever since. They're basically practically brothers, inseparable, and they're very, very powerful together and smart and tactical. And so, as all this like takes place and happens and develops in the story, Naruto and Sasuke would build like that brotherly bond that Itachi and Sasuke in the canon series wouldn't have as much. Like, so they will basically watch each other grow, develop, go through struggles, be there for each other, and Sasuke would be just going on an entirely different path than what he did in the canon or in the original because Sasuke now has that support and that like structure in his life to the point where he's like, okay, I don't have to go to this for power. I don't got to do that. I got support. I'm not alone. So Sasuke would be more of a happier and less egotistical kid. And Sasuke wouldn't be like power. I gotta get stronger and shit like that because that's what he got Naruto for to push him over that limit. And so yeah, and so fast forward a couple of days later, well, not even a couple of days later, I mean a couple of years later, they get assigned to a team. Um, the teams are the same, so it'll be Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, and Sakura. So they all meet up at the little training shit to do the dumbbell. I mean, not the dumbbell test, the damn bell test. And so they start in Kakashi is taken like off guard completely of how well that they work together, like Naruto and Sasuke work together. But they also include Sakura knowing that like this is a teamwork type of exercise. So instead of like just doing it by themselves, even though they could if they wanted to, but they add Sakura in the mix. So Sakura is set up as bait while Naruto and Sasuke create openings. And this would basically lead to Naruto rushing Kakashi with a shadow clone. And Kakashi would like take his focus off of like the real original Naruto. And that would lead him to get sloppy. And then so Naruto would appear behind him, snatch the bells, and throw it to his two teammates. And that's how they would pass. And so as all this went down, Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura would proceed to like not get like put on a stump or shit like that in the original, and they would all pass. And Kakashi would be like have his like little canon moment where the clouds and the thunder and shit and would be like you passed. And so that would be that. And so fast forward a couple weeks later to their like missions and shit. Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura would get tired of going on these fucking D rank ass missions, saving these damn cats and shit. And so after they would finally get their first real mission, take Tazuna to the land of the waves, right? And so as this would go on, they would finally leave the village for the first time ever in their life. And they would leave the village, and somewhere along the way they would run into the Demon Brothers. Now Naruto and Sasuke would immediately realize this, like even without their Sharingan being unlocked or active. And so, as all this happened, Naruto and Sasuke would immediately like drop them. Like the moment they jumped out, they would immediately jump into action before Kakashi or Sakura could even react and drop them. And so they get information out of the two very, very quickly. Um, And so as all this went down, that's when Naruto and Sasuke was just like, all right, cool. And they just kept going and left the Demon Brothers there. And so that's exactly when, like, a few minutes later, they would run into Zabuza. You know, Zabuza does his little aura farming shit where he fucking throws the sword into a tree and stands on it. Yeah, he would fucking aura farm that shit, right? And so as all this went down, Naruto and Sasuke would proceed to, like, take on Haku, and they would finish Haku pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie to you. They mollywopped her. Well, not her, but him. Yeah. So after a good minute of fighting Haku, they would soon join Kakashi, which who got fucking trapped in the water prison jitsu shit, and so that's when they would proceed to jump that motherfucker, and they did jump him. But yeah, so like they would basically like outsmart Zabuza and shit, and then eventually they would defeat him, get him out of the water prison jutsu. I mean, get Kakashi out of the water prison jutsu, and Zabuza would be defeated. But that's exactly when Gato and his men would come, right? And they would have this big epic ass fight on the bridge where fucking Zabuza is like, yeah, and kills all of them. You feel me? And so yeah, that would be that. So as all that happened, that's when they safely took dude back to like um his crib and all that. And so yeah, that would be a mission passed by the time they get back. You feel me? And so yeah, that would be that. And so yeah, and we'll just fast forward to like the tuning exams, I guess, because like there's really nothing else for me to like cover besides like the Inari part where they met Inari, the little boy, and who was bitching and shit, and was talking about they can't beat him and shit. But other than that, yeah, never mind. There's really nothing for me to cover. So yeah, we fast forward to the tuning exams, and so the matchups are we gonna skip all the like shitty ass matchups. We gonna go straight from like we gonna jump into like Sasuke versus Gara. So Sasuke in this version would instead of him being like irrational in him not like thinking clearly and shit. I mean, not Kakashi. Sasuke would like he would fucking outsmart the shit out of fucking Gara, right? And Gara would be forced, like he would try to force his way to get like Shikaku out, but that wouldn't work because Sasuke saw that shit coming a long time ago. And so Kakashi, I mean not Kakashi, bro. If I say Kakashi one more time, but like Sasuke would like proceed to, I guess you could say like put him in a genjutsu, cause right in that moment when he felt that, like when he felt the fucking tail beast power, that's when he unlocked his Sharingan, and it didn't go from like start at one Tomoe and shit. Nah, that bitch went straight to three. So yeah, and that was due to how pure blooded Sasuke was when it came to this Uchiha shit. Cause he got that bitch in his DNA, no problem, no problem. He got that bitch in his DNA for sure. And so Naruto would watch with like interest, but like also realize that Sasuke got that shit. Like this is light work for him. And so Sasuke puts him under a Genjutsu, and yeah, the Shikaku never ends up coming out, and this would also mean that Sasuke is the winner. And so Sasuke would win his match. The next matchup would be Naruto versus Neji. And so Naruto versus Neji would be like a whole entirely different story. Because unlike the Naruto we seen in the original, he's actually not as dumb. He's fucking smart as shit. I mean, it runs in the Uchiha blood. So basically, Naruto and Neji would have their little standoff and conversation and shit, and then they would soon fight. Naruto is besting Neji in hand-to-hand combat, and so as all this is going on, nobody is like fucking like prepared for Naruto to outbest Neji out of all people in hand-to-hand combat, and he does. So this would surprise everybody, including the Hokage, which is Hiruzen. And so as all this goes down, that's when Naruto would land like a clean kick to Neji's side, which would be like his weak spot basically. And so Neji would fall but immediately recover or try to immediately recover. But Naruto wasn't falling for that shit. So he immediately gives that nigga like five more gut punches and then proceeds to put him like in like a genjutsu. And right then and there, Neji thought he was using the fucking 8 trigrams shit, the 8 trigrams, 64 palm shit, and that was just a part of the illusion that Naruto put him under. And so that wouldn't lead to, yeah, dude winning the fight. And so, yeah, that's basically it. And long story short, the whole Team 7 are now tuning. And yeah, that's that. So as all this goes down, fast forward a couple months, Naruto and Sasuke are now like shit, probably like 16 ish, and they're fucking probably some of the strongest people in the village. Not gonna lie, they're among that like top 10. So as all this goes down, Naruto learns how to control the Nine Tails. Sasuke is now mastered his Mangekyo Sharingan, and he's up to par. Like think of him from the Boruto series, but like just without the Renegon. Like that's the only thing he's missing for real is the Renegon. He already has a sword and all that shit. He doesn't lose an arm in this one because instead of him going to Orochimaru, he had Naruto to keep him grounded, and he had that support, and he wasn't alone and shit like that. So he wasn't really egotistical as we know him in the canon or the original. And so, not gonna lie, Naruto and Sasuke have both become very powerful shinobi in their own right. And Naruto has even picked up Kenjutsu. And for y'all who don't know what that is, it's like basically with swords and shit. And so yeah, that's that. And eventually a war breaks out, which basically is the resurrection of Madara. But instead of just it being Madara, Obito, and Zetsu and shit like that, it's also Kaguya involved too. So this will cause a big outrage war between shit everybody in basically those four or three, I should say. Well, yeah, four, cause Zetsu. So yeah, four. And so as this would be happening, right? Naruto and them would like proceed to try and beat bro, but like before Naruto and Sasuke showed up, yeah, we get the original classic scene of Madara dropping like 10,000 shinobi by his fucking self, and yeah, it's so and so as all this goes down, Naruto and Sasuke would finally arrive, and so when they do arrive, it would be like an epic battle between like him, Madara and Kaguya, right? And Obito. But Obito is fighting Kakashi in a different dimension as we speak. So they don't have to worry about that part. So basically, this is what happens, right? So Naruto and Sasuke fight Madara and Kaguya. They realize they can't beat Kaguya on their own because like not on their own, but like in a one on one because that's not how it works. You have to seal her together. So instead, they put bro damn. They completely put their focus onto Madara and trap Kage in a different dimension until then. And so they eventually defeat Madara, and so they immediately focus on Kaguya. And so as this is going on, they realize that Kaguya is way more powerful than Madara was. And so Kaguya would like pressure both of them, in which wouldn't be like a good thing, as Naruto and Sasuke would start to like lose their edge, and with their powers being at max capacity already, that chakra is draining hella fast for both of them. Despite Naruto's huge chakra capacity, like their chakra is like draining fast, especially with like their forms and shit. And so as all this is going on, they try to make one last ditch effort push to like go full out, like push themselves. And so Naruto would get his like big ass chakra Susanoo, and so would Sasuke. And then that's when they would fist bump. So as all this goes down, Naruto and Sasuke would rush Kaguya from different angles. Kaguya, on the other hand, though, would just fucking create some big ass giant like creature and fucking make it like fucking basically bite Sasuke Susanoo, which is basically biting his chakra, meaning that that chakra is getting transferred to Kaguya. So that same very chakra that Sasuke had, yeah, that shit's going to Kaguya again. And so that would force Sasuke to get out of Susanoo, and Naruto realizing that she can do that and take away chakra, he proceeds to get out of his Susanoo. And with all odds stacked against him, they don't see an opening. And somehow, some way, out of nowhere, Kakashi appears with his own Susanoo, his own original blue Susanoo from yeah. And so as all this goes down, Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi would catch Kaguya off guard and like stab her in like her chest. So as this went down and happened, that's when Kaguya would like be like, how? Because she didn't know Kakashi was even there to begin with. Because mind you, Kakashi was fighting Obito in a in a different dimension. And so as all this went down, that's when Naruto and Sasuke would see the opening, and bro, damn, and Kaguya would realize it's too late because she didn't see them in time. And that's when Naruto and Sasuke would seal her away, basically winning them the war. And so as all this goes down, that's when out of nowhere, like the Kage would appear. And finally, after a long ride of them getting powerful, seeing each other develop and grow, Naruto would walk up to like the Hokage and be like, "We did it." In the and at this particular time, Naruto, I mean not Naruto, the Hokage isn't fucking Hiruzen because he died during the fight with Orochimaru. But now the Hokage is Lady Tsunade, and Lady Tsunade would be like, "No, Naruto, you did it. You and Sasuke." And that's when, bro, damn. And that's when Lady Tsunade would raise Naruto's hand and would be like, Naruto is now the Hokage, and she would take off the hat and put it on him. And then that's when Sasuke would like pat Naruto on the back, basically like a brotherly pat, and like to basically say, "I'm proud of you." And Naruto would like look at Sasuke and be like, "Yeah, but if I'm the Hokage, then you gotta be like my like the Shadow Hokage." And so yeah, and Sasuke would agree, and he would still be the Shadow Hokage. And so as all this goes down, that's when we get a time where Naruto and Sasuke would like make eye contact, not on no gay shit, and they like would look at each other and be like, "This is the end of What If Naruto Was an Uchiha." Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for like supporting. Make sure I like, comment, subscribe. I do need recommendations on which I want to see next, so please, please, please give me recommendations. Um, and I'm gonna start posting like every day. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna start posting every day. Also stream every day. And yeah, I love y'all. Stay safe. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video.